Hey everybody, this is Piper here, and welcome to another Rome Tour battle. So this is a battle replay, and this was a game that was fought on Game Ranger a couple of nights ago. And this is a 31k game, 4 versus 4. So we've all talked a long time about playing more 31k on Game Ranger, because for anyone that's ever played Game Ranger will know that there's so much less lag than on Steam. And we're trying to set up more games like this, just to bring back the GameSpy days. We used to play a lot of 4 versus 4 in GameSpy, but on Steam it's just very unplayable. So hopefully this will be a permanent fixture, playing more 31k. And also this video is going to show how lag free Game Ranger is. And this is like 4 versus 4, and you can just see how good the lag is. There's absolutely no lag on this at all for 4 versus 4. And bearing in mind I'm actually running fraps as well. My laptop isn't the greatest, so just take my word for it, there's virtually no lag at all. So very kindly, GREEK-KLEOMENIS on my side. He's taken time out to help set this game up. He's playing as Greeks. He's got basically 4 Cretans, a lot of Spartans and 2 Javcav. I have 6 upgraded cavalry, a lot of urbans and 2 archers. Playing with fellow player R2D2. He's taken standard army Rome 6 cav. So majority urban 6 cav, and playing with TIGRANES. And TIGRANES is actually in the King's clan. He's got 6 cav and 14 urbans. Playing with fellow COH member Altaf Bhai. Standard army again for Rome. Titans Hades. I think he has a standard army, but he's very close together. So it looks like 4 cav, and the rest is urbans. And fellow member COH Phlegethon. He's changed the name for this battle. Standard army again, 6 cav, rest urbans. Has some town watch as well in there for Pila Shield. And Titans Odin, who has taken again a different army as well. He's gone with, was taking a Rome army, but he's gone with 6 cav and 4 archers. The cav are gold, and he's put the upgrades on the urbans. So right from the start, we've got KLEOMENIS pushing on the left side. And the plan here is, if you can push your opponent to run and to join up, if you can bring archers, you'll get shots in at the back. So that was one of KLEOMENIS' strategies there. Really use the archers. And bearing in mind I have 2 archers as well. So KLEOMENIS pushing forward, trying to really put pressure on Odin. I'm supporting KLEOMENIS with my urbans and broken up my cavalry to help the Greek archers defend against basically Odin's cavalry. So we've got Altaf and Hades pushing against TIGRANES and R2D2. Myself, Cleo are on the left side. Odin, we'll just turn the camera around here. Odin is pulling back, trying to regroup with Phlegethon, or Fledge. And Hades is pushing on R2D2. So I've played with TIGRANES many times in the past. He's a great player. Played with him in Steam loads of times. I've not played with R2D2 a lot, and I know of this player. Added him as a friend on Steam. So hopefully we can play a lot more games together. He's also a great fan of Game Ranger. And you just check out the lag, there's hardly any lag at all. Bearing in mind that I am recording with fraps as well, but there's no lag at all. This game was a very enjoyable game to play, and I played a couple of 4 versus 4 on Steam a couple of days ago, and I'm not even being biased, there was about a 1-second lag, and I just thought, I can't play this again with this lag. Let's get this whole Game Ranger thing going with 31k. So there's a Steam group. Steam group dedicated for Game Ranger players. Please join that if you haven't already joined it. And this could be the start of something really big. Said before, Game Ranger is a really good platform. Please get it. Let's play more 31k on Steam, on Game Ranger rather. So we've got Fledge making a smart move here. He actually pulled his army over. There's a bit of gap between my army and KLEOMENIS' army. So I think Fledge is going to come over here and outflank KLEOMENIS. I've pulled my army over and I managed to get some good peeler shots in. Got left side, we've got R2D2 squaring off against Hades. Hades using the traditional approach of using the Testudo formation and Urbans and Light, Urbans and Loose formation, and he is actually getting a lot of good kills there. R2D2 countercharging the Urbans right there, and he's actually been able to rout one of them. So that was a great move there by R2D2. Hades pushing forward really well. You got TIGRANES here fighting against Altaf, and a bit of a brawl going on here. TIGRANES, everything bunched up, really defensive walls here, and using the Urbans and Lights, Urbans and Loose formation. Because of the formations here, KLEOMENIS is pushing on Odin's cavalry. Odin has got 4 units of archers, and he was trying to get some shots in there, but he's actually a little bit slow withdrawing the cavalry, and that's actually meant my cavalry was able to actually catch Odin's cavalry. And you tend to find that when you have cavalry that's gold in wedge formation, especially this setting, charge is very, very important. And you can just see there, we got the charge in against Odin as he was retreating, and they've actually mass routed. So we've got units here, 47, 33, they're almost full strength, they've just completely routed there. And again, I was able to use my archers to flame Hades' cavalry as well. I can see that R2D2 is getting Hades is getting the upper hand against R2D2. So Hades is probably going to win against R2D2. He has a lot more Urbans than R2D2, and he's using the cavalry really well. TIGRANES and R2D2, they're trying to double team on Julii. But Fledge and Altaf are going to countercharge TIGRANES and R2D2. So they'll probably rout some of the cavalry. It looks like R2D2 is going to get caught here by Fledge. So probably going to rout those cavalry unless they can get out fast. So that was a great pullback from TIGRANES there as well. It was actually pulling back there and countercharging. So very good actions here by all 4 players. So left hand side, we've routed Odin's cavalry. We set 2 cavalry to chase away the Scipio cavalry. My other 4 units of cavalry are over on the right side of Phlegethon. And obviously, as always, KLEOMENIS using the pikes really well. He's got all the pikes being supported, and I have some units here supporting the pike as well. So we're going to double team the Urbans. We've charged back the cavalry, and we're going to attack some of the Urbans in the rear here. So they're going to rout, but we don't want to be too aggressive here because there's still a lot of Fledge's cavalry left, and they're quite weak. They're quite weak against ours, but they do have the Urban support. And we can see here, Hades has got the outflank against R2D2. And also here, quite a close battle here between TIGRANES and Altaf. And Fledge will bring back the cavalry and get the rout against TIGRANES probably. So as expected from the layout of the armies at the start, Hades is one against R2D2. These guys are probably rout. Good thing about this battle, we've actually won on the left side, so kind of both sides, both armies have won on their own flanks. And it's going to be an ending situation between myself and GREEK-KLEOMENIS and Hades with Phlegethon. And I think Altaf does have one unit of urbans left. And you see here, a lot of urbans have actually routed. They caught another unit of urbans there, and caught another couple units there. So, a good thing to use in Rome Tours numbers. A lot of these units are almost not full strength, but they're like half strength. But because they've got basically 2 full armies charging at the rear, it causes a massive morale effect. So these guys rout really easily. And you can see here some of the flame shots that we got against. Well, they're actually Greek cavalry. Yeah, so GREEK-KLEOMENIS brought the Greek cavalry to chase down the archers. So right here we have TIGRANES got cavalry left. Fledge has cavalry left on the enemy side. Fledge has a fair amount of urbans left. So does Hades. And you see here there's one unit of R2D2 urbans left. And obviously GREEK-KLEOMENIS has 4 units of full strength archers. And these guys are quite useful for flaming the enemy, really decreasing the morale. And that's what GREEK-KLEOMENIS is doing. He's using flaming arrows with these archers. So I still have a lot of cavalry left. I have basically 1 full strength, and the rest of them are almost full strength. One is 31 strength, and one is 36. So basically the cavalry is almost intact, and these cavalry are one in the chevrons as well, so they're fairly powerful. And I have virtually, I think all the urbans are full strength. I've got 2 units of Praetorian cohort on the front rank with gold defense. These guys are really for Pila Shield. I tend to find that it's quite a good investment because Praetorian cohorts have almost the same defense as urbans, but they don't have the attack. So these guys probably won't be fighting anyway. It's more about taking the Pila. So sometimes that's a good investment as well. Bring the Praetorian cohort. Town Watch, very weak morale. Praetorian cohort is a bit cheaper. It allows you to get a few extra upgrades on some other troops. For example, you could bring a Legionary First cohort, or maybe put a chevron on one of your cavalry. So the layout here, we've got GREEK-KLEOMENIS on the left side, I'm on the right side, and because these armies are almost full strength, we do have the advantage over Hades, Odin and Altaf. So all the enemy players, they all have at least some presence here. Altaf only has 1 unit. Hades has some cavalry. Fledge has some cavalry and urbans. I think Hades has a couple units of urbans as well. So TIGRANES has put the cavalry in the right flank to protect. We told him to protect the archers. My cavalry's going to go on our right side. We're going to advance the pike, advance the urbans. So it's really hard for the enemy side here to actually do much. It would be hard to fight against my army and the cavalry alone with this. Just so many of our troops left, plus the cavalry and the archers. So the plan would be for us would be definitely make use of the advantage in numbers. So we're going to outflank the cavalry, and I will be using my urbans to support the pike. So again, being a very experienced 31k player, GREEK-KLEOMENIS is fighting the Testudo really well. The key is you want to surround the Testudo and really push forward. And Testudo in guard mode is very powerful in 31k. And it can be quite hard to beat. But you really want to sort of outflank the Testudo and attack from all sides, because Testudo isn't very powerful in fighting melee. Testudo is really powerful against pike and possibly, for example, holding line. But in terms of like 1v1 on melee, Testudo is fairly vulnerable. So we see here, Hades and Fledge are going to attack the archers, which is left the right side vulnerable. So we're going to basically sacrifice the archers and attack on the right side. So I could have protected the archers with my cavalry, but it's more important that we use this cavalry the best that we can. And archers have done their job, they've got a lot of kills, they've done a lot of morale damage against Odin at the start. So I don't really mind, well, we shouldn't mind losing these archers if we can get some good charges with my cavalry. So KLEOMENIS pushing forward. Again, I've said many times before, I think Greek are the best pipe players in Rome Total War. They're just very, very good at it. Lots of practice, know exactly what they're doing. And you can see here, very, very aggressive, pushing forward with the Spartans. So we're going to charge in some urbans, help Cleo out. And you can see here, they're going to suffer a charge from the rear. But in all fairness, that's not really enough cavalry to do much damage to KLEOMENIS. And they're getting flamed as well from the Cretans. So on the left side, we've won against the urban units, the combination of the 2 Spartans and 3 urbans. Again, use the Pila there as well. We're going to charge in, and this is basically the final blow here. We're going to charge in the cavalry. And in 31k, we say boom right now. That's the charge coming in here, and it was actually the general that was right here. The general died, which will set off a mass rout. So there's some units here that haven't routed, but over time morale decreases, and they've been outflanked. All the enemy forces. It's not going to be too long before these guys rout. So bearing in mind, literally all the armies are here, all the kills are here. There's some kills over here, not very many, but the bulk of the killing has happened over here. I can just check out, there's like no lag on this. For 4 versus 4, this is no lag at all. So I would advise anyone that plays this game, who wants to play 4 versus 4 lag free, who likes to play 3 versus 3, definitely consider getting Game Ranger. It's a much better platform than Steam for larger games. Steam has issues because Rome's quite an old game now, and there's a difference in platform. But definitely, yeah, get Game Ranger. Let's get these 31k games going, and let's be smart about this. Let's not put up with the lag anymore on Steam. Let's get a better solution. Let's keep on using Steam for smaller games, but let's use Game Ranger for larger games. So there's my piece there. I hope you've enjoyed this battle. We'll go through some of the kills here. That was a clear victory. I had 1,351 kills, quite a lot of men remaining. R2D2 had about 1,000 kills. Cleo, as always, has tons of kills, about 1,758. TIGRANES did really well too. He got about 1,560 kills. And I thought that battle was fairly close between him and Altaf. Altaf had about 1,200 kills. Hades, you don't often see this in 31k, Hades had the most kills out of everyone, and he was on the losing side, so very well played to Hades. He did a great job against R2D2, and I felt he played really well at the end too. Flegington, or aka CH Fledge, about 631 kills, and Odin 401 kills. So again, slightly unlucky to Odin. He got caught with the cavalry at the start. I think if you hadn't lost the cavalry, he would have done a lot better with the kills. He did a good job against Cleo. He actually held Cleo up a long time. But everyone played well. That was a great game. Hope you've enjoyed this battle. Hope you guys get Game Ranger. It definitely is lag free and it's really easy to set up. Stay tuned for more videos. This is Piper signing off.